Jim Nantz, and welcome back to New York, where you see at halftime Seton Hall is beating Syracuse 31-24. Pretty impressive for the Pirates when you consider they've never been to the Big East semis before. All right, let's get caught up on the scores at the ACC tournament semifinal game. North Carolina leading Maryland. That's at halftime. J.R. Reed has 10 for the Tar Heels there. In the Big 8 semifinal game, Missouri and Oklahoma. That is in the first half, and the Sooners leading the Tigers by 9 there. Metro Conference semifinals, this just went to halftime, and Louisville is leading by 11 over South Carolina. In the SEC, 10 minutes to go, LSU and Kentucky in a wild one, and the Wildcats have come from behind now to take the lead there in Baton Rouge. Now, the 16th qualifier for the tournament came earlier today. That was Boston University winning the ECAC North Atlantic tournament over Niagara 79-68. And the Terriers went on a first-half tear. Three-point shot there by Tony DaCosta. He nails it. He had a career-high 26. As coach Mike Jarvis, the high school coach of Patrick Ewing, takes the Terriers to the tournament for the first time in 5 years. Boston University winning there over Niagara. Now, Purdue and Minnesota. The Boilermakers already in the tournament. Talk about a good team. Here's why. All 5 starters in double figures today. Purdue easily over Minnesota. A reminder, coming up later today, you'll see Big Ten action. Iowa against Indiana. That'll get started at 4 o'clock Eastern time here on CBS. Coming up next, James Brown and Lesley Visser will talk about the battle in Big East as we continue on the road to the Final Four in just a moment.
Saying goodbye to a car you've owned for years is a lot like saying goodbye to an old friend. But if it's a Mercedes-Benz, there's always this cheering fact to consider. Over the years, Mercedes-Benz automobiles as a line have retained a higher percentage of their original value than any other make of car sold in America. And that can make the sorrow of parting a little sweeter.
At Pizza Hut, we make it fast.
We have time for lunch?
We make it hot.
It's gonna be hot, right?
And we make it great.
Great. Making it fast, making it hot, giving it everything we've got. Making your style, give me a smile. Slicing and spicing, cheese and pleasing.
At Pizza Hut, we go all out to make it fast, hot, and delicious.
Making it happen, making your taste. Pizza Hut, making it great.
Honey, game's gonna start soon.
I think I'll give the lawn a quick cut.
Good luck.
When you're long on grass and short on time, you need a mower with a Briggs & Stratton engine.
Dad, the pregame show's on!
It'll start quickly and work hard till the job's done.
Sure hope he makes it.
Yes, there he is.
Briggs & Stratton, the power in power equipment.
Are you up to the challenge? The 7-Up College Basketball Championship Challenge. You could win up to $10,000. Just twist the specially marked caps off bottles of any 7-Up brand. Match the winner's score in the April 4th championship game and you win. Just claim your prize through Western Union. There's over 1 million potential winners. So start saving those caps now, because until the final buzzer, it's anybody's ballgame.
Feels so good, 7-Up.
9 of our student athletes competed in the Olympics. 6 of our 8 baseball teams have qualified for postseason play. We've had over 100 All-Americans in men's and women's track and field. We had the NCAA soccer champion in 1981. We sent a women's basketball team to the NCAAs the past 4 years. We're the Big East Conference, a lot more than just men's basketball.
2 showdowns in the East. Atlanta's Air Force, the Hawks, tried to topple the mighty Celtics. And the Big East Tournament crowns its champion, the Beasts of the East, tomorrow.
Welcome back to the College Basketball Report on CBS. Earlier this week, NCAA Executive Director Dick Schultz announced that any player who throws a punch during a tournament game may face ejection from the rest of the tournament. This comes in response to an alarming trend toward violence in college basketball. And as our Lesley Visser reports, who also covers basketball for the Boston Globe, nowhere has this trend been more noticeable than in the Big East.
For the teams in the Big East, the road to the Final Four starts here at the Big East Tournament at Madison Square Garden. Considering some recent events, though, some people think it might be more appropriate to hold it around the corner at the Felt Forum, New York's boxing arena.
If you're going to teach your kids to come at you for 40 minutes, the other kid's going to get a little bit angry, and that kind of happens.
The coaches and players go at it as hard as you can go. I don't think anybody thinks that we have any more of a problem than any place else has.
Here we go. Lane, and here comes the Pittsburgh bench.
When you're 10, 11 years old, don't you always fight with your brother or sister? And now we're under the boards right now. Think about it. We have all these bodies in the basket under the boards right now, getting tangled up. It's all part of the game.
But with 4 major outbursts in the Big East this season, others might disagree.
There are times where the intensity tends to go overboard. I think the Big East has kind of spun off its axis in the last couple months, and it really needs to get its rotation back.
It's ridiculous. I mean, there's no excuse for fighting, and there's no place for it. It's not what the game's all about. Part of sports is to have enough self-discipline when somebody whacks you is not to retaliate.
I think perceptions in the
part of sports is to have enough self-discipline when somebody whacks you is not to retaliate.
I think perception's in the eyes of the beholder, so it's in whoever is looking at the Big East. I think our own perception is that we're a very competitive league at the very highest level, and we're pleased with that.
3 weeks ago, when Pittsburgh and Georgetown fought for the second time this season, Gavitt and the Big East Executive Committee reacted. The result, a 5-point policy was adopted. In essence, the rules suspend any player ejected for fighting for 1 conference game. And, with the exception of the head coach, anyone leaving the bench faces the same penalty.
You don't have to be a clairvoyant to know that the growth of college basketball has had some sidelights to it across the country that are less than desirable. I think that everyone involved in college basketball, administrators, coaches, players, fans, alumni, students, need to rules makers need to reassess a little bit where they're coming from.
I think the rule is a good one. But when emotion is involved, I think it's very difficult to control that.
Carnesecca should know his Redmen fought with Providence just 10 days after the new rules were enacted. This one spread to the stands, and Jason Williams of St. John's became the first victim of the new rules. In addition, a fan filed an assault charge against Williams.
I think Eastern basketball tends to be aggressive and intense just by its very nature. And I think because you've got a glamour conference where you've got a rising balance of power, you're in a situation suddenly where everyone wants a piece of the gold at the end of the rainbow.
It's something that, because of the area, because of the intensity of the game, because of the rules, that sometimes people get excited.
Gordy Chiesa mentioned the congestion of bodies under the basket as a factor contributing to the fighting. Well, the Sun Belt Conference has a suggestion for alleviating this problem, and that is to widen the lane from 12 to 16 feet. That might give the players more breathing room.
Lesley, in addition to widening the lane, what other reasons have led to the increased violence?
Well, James, I think there's a fine line between aggressiveness and belligerence, and teams have to be careful not to cross it.
Well, all right, Lesley, thank you very much. Jim?
All right, James, Lesley, thank you very much. Again, a very wild game going on in Baton Rouge. That's the SEC Tournament semifinals. 5 minutes to go in that contest, and LSU now has just hit a 3-point bucket to move in front of Kentucky, 76-75. The Tigers might need to win this game to get into the tournament because Dale Brown's team has 12 losses. The winner of this game will take on the winner of the Georgia-Florida semifinal showdown that's coming up later this afternoon in Baton Rouge. We'll see you back here after the game. Right now, we're getting set for the second half. Seton Hall leading Syracuse 31-24. Bench scoring, by the way, 10-0. The Pirates have outscored the Orangemen bench, and Syracuse 0 for 8 from the line as the Seton Hall team leading at 31-24 over at the Madison Square Garden. All right, Brent and Billy getting set for the second half. We'll take you back there after this message and a word from your local station.
If you like to drive, really like to drive, this is what your next car should be. This is the all-new Pontiac Grand Prix. Get on your Pontiac and ride! Pontiac ride! This is the 1988 Motor Trend Car of the Year. And that ought to be you driving. Get on your Pontiac! We feel excitement!
How to shave a giant. Avoid big trouble. Use the Gillette Good News Plus disposable. It's got the Lubra-Smooth strip. So the comfortable shave for a giant is
this little guy.
Good News Plus from Gillette.
These are the hands of Mr. Goodwrench. Hands with the know-how to fix things. Hands of skill. Hands that care. The working hands of Mr. Goodwrench. No one knows your GM car better. No one.
A couple of nights ago, the 5 of us were sitting around talking about the future. Now, only 3 of us are left.
Tour of Duty, tonight at 9.
This is CBS.
Vanderstein Ford asks, what makes a great car deal?
The lowest price, definitely. But we go a few steps further at Vanderstein Ford with 20 years of award-winning service, confidential financial planning, free towing for warranty-related problems, service hours till midnight, and a sincere dedication to customer satisfaction. Right now, enjoy all this, plus these money-saving limited-time offers on our most popular models. Year after year, decade after decade, Vanderstein Ford has always offered the lowest prices on America's best-built cars and trucks.
This should give you some idea of the difference between beer and Genesee Cream Ale. Smooth Genesee Cream Ale. It's not the same old brewski.
Coverage of today's Big East Tournament semifinal game is sponsored by Michelob Light. When the sun goes down, light up the night with Michelob Light. Express Mail overnight service. And by the American Express card. Membership has its privileges.
When the sun goes down, we're gonna light up the night. Silver label, red ribbon, a taste that's right. Gonna light up the night. Listen to the heartbeat of America.
Now there's a powerful new reason to follow your heart. The new 4.3-liter V6 available in S10 Blazer. 28% more power than before and 50% more torque. The new 4.3-liter V6, the biggest engine ever offered in Blazer's class.
The heartbeat of America.
Chevy S10 Blazer.
That's today's Chevy truck.
Ever since your post office invented express mail overnight delivery, others have tried to copy our eagle, but it's not so easy. You see, express mail overnight reliability is close to perfect, with the most convenient locations and prices as low as $10.75. About half what most others charge. So we're pretty hard to imitate. So use the original express mail service from your post office.
Listen to the heartbeat.
Now you can save up to $1,450 on America's best-selling cars, Chevrolets. Get $750 cash back when you buy a new Chevrolet Celebrity and save up to an additional $700 on option packages. That adds up to $1,450 in savings. Or save up to $1,075 on a new Chevy Cavalier. Or get $750 on a new Chevy Camaro.
That's today's Chevrolet.
Oh, it hurts. It hurts. Can you... American Express? My daughter and I just had an accident.
Do you need a doctor?
I think she's got a broken wrist.
That was some trip. I'd like to keep this while you're away at school.
Sure.
I got something for you.
It's got my name on it.
Just in case.
Thank you.
Someone who cares when you're far from home. Membership has its privileges.
Up here, you catch them with experience.
you've got them where you want them, you head for the beer that goes down smooth as a mountain stream. Busch.
How are those horses doing? What horses?
Head for the mountains of Busch beer.
Welcome to March Madness. Who's out? Who's in? The road to the Final Four begins with a selection show tomorrow on the home of the NCAA Championship.
This is CBS.
Today's Duracell lasts 30% longer.
Look at that.
What?
That. It's another one of them Hyundai Excels.
Another one?
Another one.
More than 400,000 Americans have already bought a Hyundai Excel.
You ever work on one of them?
No. You?
No.
And some people aren't too happy about it. The dependable Excel from Hyundai. Cars that make sense.
Richard Pryor is just about the funniest man alive, says Gary Franklin, WHEC-TV. See Moving, a house full of laughs. V.A. Musetto, New York Post. Richard Pryor, Moving, rated R, now playing at a theater near you.
CBS Sports coverage of today's Big East Tournament semifinal game is sponsored by the Heartbeat of America, today's Chevrolet. Mr. Goodwrench. No one knows your GM car better than Mr. Goodwrench. No one. And by Budweiser, proud sponsor of the 1988 U.S. Olympic team. This Bud's for you. Debbie versus Katarina, the World Figure Skating Championships in 2 weeks.
My wild Irish rose, the sweetest flower that grows. And someday for my sake she may let me take the bloom from my wild Irish rose.
On St. Paddy's Day, celebrate with the only American beer that's also brewed and bottled in Ireland, Budweiser.
Just in time. Now, get a pop-up umbrella free when you buy a brake job or tune-up at your participating Mr. Goodwrench dealer. And you can enter the America the Beautiful sweepstakes, no purchase necessary. Win a cruise to Alaska or a trip to San Francisco or Washington, D.C. or other great American cities. So see Mr. Goodwrench for a brake job or a tune-up.
Don't forget your umbrella.
And whether you buy or not, enter the sweepstakes. Mr. Goodwrench. No one knows your GM car better. No one.
The scenario with these guys grew with the mergers and acquisitions area of the law, past litigation support or work product retrieval, overseas, 4 or 5 different currencies, very complicated. Their auditors panic. They're pushing IBM, so we set the firm up with a Wang VS computer and WP+, Wang office and we put up a legal time billing package in a Wang 4G office and customized code, totally integrated, totally globalized. They benchmarked us. 2 months later, they polled the jury and we won.
It's winnable then.
Definitely.
Alpha team, aggressor tanks spotted.
In a battle drill, you need horsepower, firepower, people power. That's teamwork.
Moving tank, track front, 2,000.
This team uses a computer, thermal sight, laser rangefinder.
Yeah!
All that you can.
We win, the whole tank wins. The whole team wins, not just one person.
Find your future in the Army.
There's no place on earth that I'd rather be than out in the open where it's all plain to see. If it's gonna get done, it's up to you and to me. There's no place that I'd rather be. Head for the mountains of Busch. Head for the mountains of Busch. Beer.
Prior to owning the Chevrolet, I had a Ford. Well, I switched to the Chevy because I liked the looks better than the Ford. I found out that they had completely redid the truck. You need a 4-wheel drive truck. You don't want to have to get out and lock your wheels in. If you want to go into 4-wheel drive, you can just shift into it. This Chevrolet truck is the best vehicle I have ever owned.
The heartbeat of America, that's today's Chevy truck.
If you don't believe it, just go out and try it yourself.
Iowa, Indiana. Battle in the Big Ten as the Hawkeyes face off against Bobby Knight's Hoosiers. Next on the home of the NCAA Championship.
You're gonna get a lesson about intimidation.
How to shave an angel. For heaven's sake, use the Gillette Good News Plus disposable. It's got the Lubra-Smooth strip, so the comfortable shave for an angel is...
this little devil.
Good News Plus from Gillette.
With the designed-in sound of a Delco Electronics music system, now the best seat in the house is in your GM car. Delco Electronics. It's who we are.
Leave it to the good hands, people.
Suffering a loss. It means more than having a simple possession destroyed. It means suffering the shock and the aftershock that comes with a loss of control. Which is why Allstate always responds so quickly. In fact, faster than most everyone to help speed your recovery. Both physical and emotional. The Allstate policy for fast, fair claims. Another reason.
You're in good hands with Allstate.
Introducing a high-performance luxury sedan made the Mazda way.
High-performance luxury sedans traditionally ask you to pay a pretty dear price. Well, that's not the Mazda way. Mazda's all-new 929 has world-class luxury appointments. It's amazingly quiet, solid riding, and actually outperforms those guys. Now there's less standing between you and a car this good. About $8,000 less.
This is the Mazda way.
Guy runs a big customer service operation, tons of paperwork, and he's having trouble. Stuff getting his file, customers getting mad, so forth. So I took him out to Tewksbury to show him how WHEC is doing the job in their own customer service operation. Customer calls, I bring up a photocopy of his file. Get his credit information from the mainframe, same workstation. All on WHEC, Wang's integrated image system. Guy scribbles a note, hands it to my secretary. She scans it, up it comes on the screen in his own handwriting. Get me a pilot system.
Seeing is believing, huh?
Wang's integrated image system is the next big step.
Listen to the heartbeat.
Now you can save up to $1,700 on America's best-selling cars, Chevrolets. Get $500 cash back when you buy a new Chevrolet Corsica and save up to an additional $1,200 on option packages. That adds up to $1,700 in savings. Or save up to $1,600 on a new Chevy Beretta. Or get $750 on a new Chevy Camaro.
That's the day, Chevrolet.
My dad and I have owned Ford trucks for as long as I can remember. If somebody had told me 3 months ago that I'd be driving a Chevy truck, well, I wouldn't have believed them. Well, I took a look at the new Chevy truck, and they've totally redesigned the truck. And test drove it. That was enough to sell me on it. It's got the Vortex V6. It's got plenty of power. They've had tough competition from Ford, and they've beat them.
The heartbeat of America. That's today's Chevy truck.
Chevrolet's done their homework on this.
Music system. Now, the best seat in the house is in your GM car. Delco Electronics. It's who we are.
It's every cowboy's worst nightmare. And when the worst is over, you head for the beer that goes down smooth as a mountain stream. Bush.
Does anybody want to start the campfire?
Head for the mountains of Bush beer.
America's newest gymnastics sensation, Phoebe Mills, competes against an international field at the American Cup Gymnastics Championships on CBS Sports. Next.
One more coming your way on CBS
today. Let's send you now across town a little bit, and here's Jim Nantz. Jim.
All right, Brent, so Syracuse looking as impressive as many people have expected all season long. And again, if this team can learn to shoot from 15 feet out from the free throw line, could be very dangerous. Could be a team we'll see in Kansas City with that strong three-man nucleus on the Orangemen. And just to set the lineup for the rest of the afternoon, Sports Sunday is coming up at 4:30 Eastern Time. You'll see the McDonald's American Cup Gymnastics Championships. And after that, about an hour from now, we'll have the NCAA Tournament Selection Show live from Kansas City, the announcement of the field of 64 and the pairings. And we'll continue back at Madison Square Garden here on CBS in just a moment.
Shape our future. We invite you to learn the technology of tomorrow while you serve your country in the Navy of today. New York on Avia athletic shoes. Los Angeles on Avia athletic shoes. Avia serious athletic shoes.
So that's it. Syracuse has won it. They are the Big East Tournament champions. So for Billy Packer and James Brown, I'm Brent Musburger saying so long from Madison Square Garden. A reminder that Thursday night, the West Region first round, 11:30 Eastern Time. We will start on that road to Kansas City Thursday night. First round action here on CBS. Now coming up next, we've got Sports Sunday. That'll feature some of the world's finest gymnasts. The McDonald's American Cup Championships, followed at 5:30 by the 1988 NCAA Tournament Selection Show. Find out which 64 teams will vie for this year's NCAA basketball title. Thanks to our great crew here this afternoon in the Garden. Basketball has been a presentation of CBS Sports, home of the NCAA Championship. So long, everybody.